Hello everyone and welcome back to the stream and back to the channel. We are on Conan Exiles again today. I am trying to get set up before 9 o'clock this time. Why is... Okay, I think we're good on Twitch and YouTube. I've been trying to stream multiple platforms for the last couple of streams, and it's been a little bit of a struggle because I'm not very tech savvy when it comes to all this stuff. Even tried to go in and set up my OBS so I could have like overlays and pause screens and stuff, and yeah, that hasn't quite worked out yet, but we're back today with Conan Exiles. Getting back into it, we're gonna do a couple things today. Last episode we went and took on the dungeon. We went to get the Sumerian Berserker. I logged out. Forgot if you log out, your follower stops following you. So my follower came all the way back to our base because I forgot to make it stand guard. So I had to come all the way back down to the base from the city and get my follower. So yeah, that's the thing that happened. Anyway, we're going to head back up today to see if we can get a little bit stronger follower. The next thing I want to do is go take on the spider boss, the scorpion boss, and I don't know if I want to. So I've explored the jungle, but I don't know that I've explored all of the dungeons and all of the bosses over there. So I don't know if I want to do that part first, which is all of this over here, or go ahead and get in the Great North and start building and leave that for later. But this is where we left off last time. This is where our base is, so we got to travel all the way back to here, through here, up through here, and we're going... Our destination today is right in this area here. Where is where? That is where the Sumerian Berserker hangs out. So, Tessa, you know what? I think I'm going to leave you here, Tessa. You stay there. We don't really need you for thrall capturing. We really need you for battle. However, might be good to have some backup. Maybe, I don't know. But I'm enjoying the playthrough so far on the private server that I'm on. Oh, you know what? We got to get a dancer today too. Not a dancer, what do they call it? We got to get an entertainer. We have a little bit of corruption. We need an entertainer to clear that corruption. Nope, that's not what I want. I want my axe. Not my axe, my sword. Let's do a crocodile. I went in and tweaked the settings a little bit before I started the stream, but I may still have them a little too much. I adjusted everything down. The thing about these settings are, some of the settings, if you move the numbers down, that's the direction you want to go, and other settings, if you adjust the number up, that's the way you want to go. And it's random. I know it's not random, but in my brain it's kind of random because I don't know which way you go with everything, and the way they word it doesn't make sense a lot of times. However, I will continue to tweak until I get it right. And at some point we're going to clear this map. We're going to collect all the things you need in order to technically beat the end game. And once we do that, I think I'm going to move on to the Isle of Sipta map, which was a huge DLC when they released it. I don't know, for years and years and years, this was all we had. They were expanding the map, and they came out with the Isle of Sipta, which was a whole completely brand new map. New enemies, new NPC styles. There's a thing that happens on that map called the Maelstrom, which happens right in the middle of the map around this huge tower, and it's just a gigantic windstorm. And as the storm is in play, all kind of creatures spawn from lightning strikes, which is kind of cool. So it's a great map. I've never really played through it completely like I have the Exiled lands. So I'm kind of interested to go and do a complete playthrough for that map also. I don't know that I've ever did more than some of the small dungeons. Maybe I've taken on one 3-skull boss on that map, but it's just a lot. And again, I really prefer playing Conan with other folks, but so far I've had no takers. For people that I know personally or my gaming group, I got one guy in our Minecraft group. He got so into Conan Exiles it said it almost cost him his marriage. So he was spending hours and hours and hours and hours in this too. I can imagine, because I play this game and I know how addictive it gets. We're going to run straight through here today, not take on anybody. Yeah. I hear you screaming over there. Oh, yeah. Screaming don't scare me. There's a bunch of Yogg folks out there. There's a bunch of cannibals. Anyway, it's going to take me a while to get back up, and I'm going to have to mumble and rant and ramble until we get there. Again, this is why streaming may not be the best for me. And it's getting dark. However, I think I want to sit down this week and come up with a progression plan for my streams and set specific goals for each stream, stick to those goals, and then that will be that stream. And if I don't stream for at least an hour, which is what I try to do, an hour, most times I go a couple of hours. Nobody wants to listen to me ramble and on about nothing for 2 hours. I'm surprised they want to listen for more than 5 minutes, honestly. So that way I can let the stream be about something specific and not just me trying to figure out what I want to do once I start streaming. Maybe that'll be better for everybody. And then I've also played around with the idea of just moving the stream series back to a scripted, well, not scripted, unscripted, but edited video series. You know what? There's got to be a better way to travel, man. I swear I saw, I don't know, it seems like I saw a video where the Age of Sorcery DLC brought into the game a bat. Something about a bat. There's that stupid rock again. That rock always falls and goes down. Something about a bat that you could spawn or call or something, and the bat would grab you and you could fly to different places. I could have imagined that, or it could have been a mod. It could be a mod. I want to say it was either maybe the Neebs Gaming guys, or maybe it was the DLC trailer itself. I'm not sure. But I know I'm not crazy. I know I saw it, and I'm going to find it again. I guess I could just Google in the wiki. If there, excuse me, I'm tired. I apologize for the yawn, but it is the day after the 4th of July, and we went hard last night with the fireworks. The grandkids came over, and we had a long day. We played in the water. We ate burgers and hot dogs, and then we shot fireworks. And this year, they released a new firework. You can buy mortar shells. You can buy the little mortar shells, which has got the little mortar thing and the little round balls with the charge on the bottom. You put in there and they go boom and go up in there and explode. Well, this year they've came out with a bigger firework. It's a 5-inch mortar shell. And the mortar that you put the things in is made out of HDPE, high density polyethylene plastic. And they're heavy. They have to be heavy, because when these shells go off, holy mackerel, they are loud. And then when they go up and pop, they're even louder. You can actually feel the concussion of the shell when it pops off if you're standing close enough in your chest. It's like boom. They were amazing. We were the hit of the neighborhood, to say the least. And in the pack that you get 4 mortars, so you can actually, if you time it out right, you can set off 4 shells like in quick succession. If you can light all 4 fuses and run before it goes off, because you do not want to be standing right beside that thing when it goes off, because it is loud. But most of the neighbors came out with chairs and watched the fireworks show. We were shooting off those and all kind of ground-based stuff and air-based stuff, and it was pretty cool. Grandkids had a great time, which is the important thing. I mean, I'm a big kid myself. I had a pretty good time, but that's beside the point. Let me put my sword up. I'm running through a city with my sword out, so when everybody's not tackling me. Okay, see, this is a dancer. I think you should be able to come up to this entertainer. I keep saying dancer. I should be able to come up to this entertainer or this performer, and it should get rid of my corruption, but it's not. Oh, what was this dude? A shield right? These yellow, so see this health bar, this thrall? These yellow barred thralls are special thralls. If you get one of them, put it in your settlement, the whatever station that they link to will give you additional things that you could do with that station, whether it's craft stronger weapons or better weapons or different weapons or armor or whatever, right? Oh, excuse me. That was not a beer at 9 o'clock in the morning. That was just a soda, in case y'all heard the can pop in the background. Got to get some caffeine going. Oh, anyway, remember last time we found this axe in a dungeon, and I was using it, and I was like, why is this thing not doing any damage? Well, there's 2 different kinds of attacks. Oh, and that's the kind that kills you. There's 2 different kinds of attacks. There's a heavy attack, which is this. It's not hardly doing any damage. But then there's also light attacks. See how much damage it did in that light attack? So, weapons with the predatory, you can see it says legendary, shield smash, and predatory. Weapons that say predatory, you have to use light attacks. And I normally use heavy attacks on everything I do, because I'm a tank, I'm a brute. I just pound through everything, right? So if I use the light attacks, though, this thing is doing massive damage. Yeah, I think I still got the settings off too much. Alright, Sand Reaper Gland Toxin. Because if you notice in the upper right corner, I'm on the, what's it called, quest? I'm on the journey. I'm on the rogue journey, so I need to poison a weapon by moving the poison onto the weapon. So, I don't know that I get... Ah! Ah! So you can see that sword, it took me like 4 or 5 hits to kill that. I don't even know what those things are called. Sand Reapers. But with that axe, buddy, I was ripping through it with that light attack. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So I've got to make a poison and apply it to the weapon. And I keep hitting the wrong button. In case you guys are wondering, there's a game called Craftopia. Came out several years ago, and I tried it. Die, you stupid gazelle thing. So Craftopia come out and I tried it, and the game is an indie, I want to say it's an indie development game, and I want to say it's developed by the same folks that did Pal World. If you know what Pal World is, you know there's been some controversy over it copying Pokemon. And you stupid tiger. Die, tiger. See, that's a little more realistic to me. If I was in the wild and a tiger ran up on me and I was actually physically capable of fighting it, which I don't think you're physically capable of fighting a tiger in the wild. I don't care who or what you are. But if I was physically capable of withstanding a tiger attack and I had a sword in my hand, I don't think I'd have to stab it more than 4 or 5 times before it was done, right? There's usually 2 guys up there. There's usually 2 NPCs on that corner right there. I believe there are relic hunters. So I don't know why they're not there. I don't see them anywhere. Anyway, I'll quit rambling. Craftopia, developers Pal World. The game, when it first came out, it was like all over the place. It was literally like not even a beta test. It was like we put some elements into a game engine and let's see how they work before we actually put any structure behind it. Yeah, it was kind of like that. But I gave it a try and I went, you know what? This game looks and feels like every Zelda game I've ever played. Plus a little bit of elements of other RPG franchises. And I thought, this could be a great game. And it was in very early release and they were working on it. I get all that. But it was way too familiar to everything else. But last week I was like, you know what? I don't want to get too far along in Conan without being on stream. And I wanted something else to do. And I'm not quite ready to go back to Minecraft yet. I finally figured out how to do that. So not wanting to go back to Minecraft, not wanting to get too far in Conan Exiles, I said there is got to be something out there I'd like. So I was looking through my Steam library and that game was there. And I looked at the updates and I went, you know, they've done a lot to this game since the last time I played it. So I gave it another shot and honestly it's still kind of has all the elements of all the RPGs. It's still kind of Zelda-ish. There's right in front of me. But I gave it a try again, and I'm actually kind of enjoying it. There's a lot to it now. There's a lot of lore and story around the game. A lot of NPC villages you go to and get quests to do things. So there's a lot to the game now, and I've given it a try, and I'm thinking about maybe making a series off of it. It's still in very early release. Obelisk already attuned? When did I get here? Someone is an NPC dude out here. Here he is. Let's stop him. Hit him up and see what he says while we're here. What's up, dude? You're like Conan's little brother.
What brings you to this God-cursed corner of the world, Exile? Behold, the pride of Cimmeria, a clan of soft-minded fools who think they've died and gone to Crom's realm. Never mind that we walked through a desert to get here. Never mind that we can still take pleasure in pain in equal measure. Oh no, we must be in the afterlife, because it's foggy. I don't know how much help I can be to you, stranger. I can't even seem to convince my kinsmen to give up their delusion. I feel like I must stay here. The goat-livered idiots in this clan are still my kin. And there are whites, of course. It's an endless battle to retain my sanity. I came north with a companion, a Shemite who cut me from the cross. He died on the road, but before he did, he saw a great deal of this land. Here, we have an ancient battlefield. The crimson lotus that blossoms in the soil is proof that blood was once spilled in great quantities. North, there is snow and ice, and a temple all aglitter with frost and falling stars. I have spoken with a strange frost giant who told me we were living in a dream. In the volcano, I met a strange cult who claimed to hear whispers from the ruins there. They tried to stop me from leaving, but I left them to their delusions. North is a black keep, and the silent legion who guard it. I dared not stray too close. That is the north. I have also ventured into the east. First, I found the old enemies, the Aesir and the Vanir, now allied and calling themselves the heirs of the war. I passed by their village, where they herd mammoths and worshipped a frozen god. On an island, I met a ghost who sang to me. Though I did not understand her words, it made me. I found a cave which led to a passage, which led to a swamp, where cruel and twisted creatures stalked the stagnant waters. But still, further east, I came to the shore of an ocean, or an inland sea. Here, I spoke with pirates building a ship to set them free. These are the things I saw in the east. But west, there is only one thing in the west. A tomb built into the side of a mountain, sealed with a huge door. I tried to get inside, but there is some spell or curse which prevents it, and I do not hold with witchcraft. There was a dead man by the entrance. Perhaps his spirit would have tales to tell. I will stay here and defend my people, stranger. Behold our hope that they will eventually come to their senses, and we can make a plan to escape this empty place. But you have no obligation to me or my people. Find a way to bring the curse wall down. Free us all. I don't know how much help I can
There we go. So there are NPCs throughout this game. Let's grab a little bit of this Crimson Lotus while we're here. There's something that you use this Crimson Lotus for, and I can't remember what. But there are NPCs like that throughout the world that give you bits and pieces of the history of the different races of people within the exiled lands and things that are going on. And he talked literally about all the different sections of the map. So that tomb is kind of right over here. I know what he's talking about. The giants up here that talks about living in a dream. He's talking about the Aesir and the Vanir, which here's old Asgard. That's where he's talking about. Right here is where you get sung to on the island here, and then the east over here. Actually, right up in somewhere in here, you go in a cave, you go through the dungeon, and you pop out in the swamp right here, I think, which is pretty cool. And I was talking to one of the guys, the guy I told you that almost ruined his marriage over this game, about how this empty area up here was. why, how empty this area was. And he was like, if you go into a dungeon, you'll see this is where the dungeons are. So he doesn't think they've got anything planned for this. But I personally think he's wrong. I personally think the dungeons are in this area. I think this area is still going to be developed at some point, but I could be wrong. There's always disagreement amongst gamers who read stuff and blah blah blah, but I'm wrong more often than I'm right. So yeah, so here's what we're gonna do. We're going to grab some of this metal right here, this ironstone, because when we get here, we're gonna have to establish a little outpost base. We're gonna have to make a little pane. Alright, and I've got a spot in mind, but I'm going to show you guys our target. Right there. That is the Berserker. And we're going to run away because that Berserker is a pretty strong NPC. And they make one of the best followers in the game. Oh no, I came up right here at this stupid place. The little ghost guys. Stay away, little ghost guys. We don't want to fight you. The little ghost guys are pretty strong. I run out of stamina. We will be taking on those burrows pretty soon. You stay there. Is that a... that looks to be a female berserker, which is rare. I don't know if I've ever seen a female berserker. Thinking back over all my playthroughs of this game, I really don't think I've ever seen a female berserker. That's kind of... I'm going to grab some more of this Crimson Lotus. I don't know what you use it for, but I know you use it for something. Okay, so... there's an entryway right here down to the water. So we got two entryways to the water there, and that made me dizzy. So I always like to just set up a little temporary outpost right here. Usually when you're playing on a server, the area is just covered up with wheels of pain. The people don't really build bases, they just build foundations, put up their wheels of pain, and just use it to capture thralls, because the city over here, and I'll show you folks, for those of you that don't know, here in just a second. I'm over encumbered now. Where is my crafting hammer? There we go. Let's throw that down. Let's, anyway, I start talking about Craftopia because I'm struggling with the controls. You keep seeing me duck down, and I'm trying to find my inventory, but Craftopia has got me a little confused on controls, and that's why I keep hitting the wrong button. That's why I started that whole long conversation about that, by the way. Let's start right about here. Get this built up right quick. Go knock old buddy out, or budette out. Let's go this way. Happened there? I'll have to go back and look at the stream on that, because it's like I placed that foundation, I heard it snap into place, but I don't think it actually went into place. Alright, let's make this thing a little accessible. By far, this game has the best build mechanics out of any game I've played. I don't know. I love the build mechanics in this game. And that may be part of what keeps bringing me back to it. Man, I've started like 6 different thoughts. And haven't finished any of them, possibly. Crafting station, smithing. Let's get this bad boy going. Okay, so this is one of the things that I don't like about the build mechanics. There needs to be snapping. You need to be able to align things and snap them into... That's all we got was 924. Alright. Oh, come on, man. Go. Go, little forge, go. Yeah, there needs to be some sort of alignment, snapping. There's probably tricks, like in Ark. Used to, when you were placing certain things in Ark, you would build a ladder, put it on the corner of the foundation, climb up the ladder, and it would help you center up things. But they fixed that. They now, everything now snaps or aligns properly with the walls. So it'll be nice if the Conan developers would get on board with that. Let's see, what are we going to need? I don't need... under companions, there we go. So I'm going to need... I need 25 iron bars. So I'm going to need some twine. Man, these buttons are killing me. So let's go get some plant fiber. I'm gonna need some twine. You know, I was saying earlier about, you know, in reality, if I could fight off a tiger and stab him 3 or 4 times, that would be realistic. But, you know, video games are not realistic. I know that. Where else in a video game can you just get chop down some trees and smash some rocks and then be able to build a building out of it, right? So, thinking in terms of realistic gameplay, there's probably no such thing as realistic gameplay. However, you know what I mean. Alright. Let's see what we need. I like how it says companions. So I need stone, wood, and iron bars. Let's grab some stone. Okay, that's not a stone that you can grab. You are over encumbered. I'm not over encumbered. I got in my inventory that's over encumbered me. Stupid bugs, stupid bugs, stupid bugs, stupid resin, stupid. Why is plant fiber so heavy? Jeez Louise. How much wood do we got? 240. I think we're good now. Oh, gotta grab that. Alright. Oh, you know what? I'm a dum-dum. I didn't bring any gruel. Cooking. Let's set up a cook fire. And we gotta put in seeds and stuff and fuel and go. Alright, we got some gruel growing. Gruel going, not growing, going. And alright. Get yourself in there. Alright, I gotta do one thing. I got to smithing. Alright. Alright, let's throw some stuff in here. I don't want to get over encumbered. Alright. Okay. So we're ready. Let's go see if we can knock them out. We're not ready. We are not ready. We're not ready. We're not ready. We are not ready. What do I need? I need hide. Is there anywhere to get hide? Think. One more. So, I was ready to go and I'm thinking it's a good possibility that I will die before I knock this berserker out. And I need to lay down a bedroll. And I realized I did not bring a bedroll with me. There are some deer right up this pathway. There are some deer right up this pathway. Don't make me a liar, you dumb game. See, I told you there were some deer right up this pathway. Why did it sound like a sheep when I hit it? And now we can make a bedroll. Ta-da! Alright, we're going to take a shortcut back through the woods. See, there's another deer. I knew there were deer up here. I played this game a lot. A lot. And this area right here, this little pathway, is one of my most favorite places to build a longhouse. Basically, I come from that little ridge to right along where those rocks are on that ridge and just build a long Viking style house in there. Usually if I'm on a server, I'll do that. Alright, bedroll, please. Put it where my hammer is, because I'm pretty sure it's not going to go well when I try to knock this berserker out. Why are those stairs? Why are those stairs so misaligned? What? Do they always look like that? Maybe they do, since it's floatsome. Alright. You go there, bedroll. We're going to dump some stuff off. I don't even know where I got the pair of shoes. Let's dump some meat in here. Oh, we made a lot of gruel. Holy mackerel. And we made a lot of gruel. You know, I think, if I'm not mistaken, you can use meat in the Wheel of Pain, but I don't know that it gives you any advantage. As in, does it make things break faster? Alright, let's get ready for capture. We got a truncheon. We got our bindings. Alright, are we ready for this? Probably not. Probably not. Alright, See, we went out of range, and that is a different thrall. I still don't know if the other was a female. It looked like it. Uh-oh. Ooh, ah, ooh. Ooh, ah, ooh. Yeah, this guy hits hard, man. This guy hits hard. I'm out of stamina. Oh, I'm out of stamina. Drink. Ah! 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 Run away, run away, run away. Run away. Drink, drink, drink. Drink, drink, drink. Oh, he went over the rock. Drink, drink, drink. Okay. Alright. Evade. 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 Get some stamina up. Oh, evade. Oh, I'm out of stamina. No. Run away. Run away. Run away. Run away. Run away. Alright, potions. Oh, I need to refurbish my potions, man. My potions are gonna run out. Alright. Oh, stop, drop, and roll. Oh, stop, drop, and roll. I'm gonna knock you out, dude. I almost said knock you out. Oh, no, I'm out of stamina. I'm out of stamina. Run away. Run away. Evade. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Go down. Go to sleep. 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 Oh, go to sleep. Whew. So, keep in mind, I got turned around there. Keep in mind, I have my settings tweaked. If I had not had my settings tweaked, how long would that have taken? And how many times would I have died? Alright. It's going to take a while. I do know this. The higher the level of the walls that you try and take, the longer it takes to break them. So while that's going, let's try to finish this journey. I need some wood, probably some twine, probably some metal. We are going to make an alchemy bench. An alchemist bench. It could be an alchemist bench. Yeah, being able to align this stuff would be so much better. Reaper poison. Reaper poison. Let's just go ahead and make 10 of them. And my wife brought me a biscuit in just a few minutes ago. Actually, not a biscuit, a sausage McGriddle that I'm probably going to have to eat here in just a second. Because I can smell food. And it smells good. Okay, we got our poison. Let's apply poison to our sword. Apply poison, kill an enemy with poison. So let's go do some exploring. Anyway, the dude on the island that we talked to earlier, that we watched the cutscene of, he's talking about these folks up here in this city. that he was mad at him for some reason. Let's go see if we can kill this dude with some poison. Ah, why did I jump off the side of him? Alright, so he's poisoned. He's poisoned. I'm struggling. I'm struggling. I'm struggling. Okay. Die from poison. Did he die from the poison? Oh. Is my blade poisoned? My blade is poisoned. I guess he died from the bleed damage. So we're gonna do this. Oh, that was not good. Alright. Pull my sword out. Stab. Alright, poison. Poison. Die for, nope. Ah. You're poisoned. Die from the poison. Die from the poison. Die for. Quit stabbing. Stupid. Ah. Ah. Okay, die from the poison. Die from the poison. Die from the poison. There you go. Whew. Man. These Sumerians don't play, dude. They are the same race as Conan. Conan was a Sumerian, and we know how tough he was. Ooh, is that an entertainer? It is an entertainer. I'm gonna shoot you right in the leg. Ah. Come on, Miss Entertainer. What? I need an entertainer. Oh, yeah. Yikes. I ran out of stamina. Wasn't paying attention. Alright. Yikes. I don't have my bindings ready. Yikes. I was unprepared. Alright, you come on, Miss Little Entertainer. I have corruption. I need you to cure for me. Now, the question is the old boy gonna be broken on the wheel of pain? So I can throw this entertainer in there. It looks to be, yes, he is broken. So I definitely have that stat turned way down, because it should take longer to break a thrall. Especially a high level thrall like a berserker. Alright, you get broke. I think I'm going to keep the entertainer in my inventory until we get back to our base. Because throwing him out, I don't have armor. There's a good chance he'll want to fight everybody on the way back because he's a Sumerian and they're troublemakers. Okay. Alright, waiting on her to break. She's about halfway through now. A little more than halfway through. Okay, as long as she don't over encumber us. And I'll tweak those stats. Oh, there we go. Alright, yeah, I'll tweak that. I'll tweak those stacks. Alright. So we've got our berserker. That was easier than it should have been. So that tells me I still got a little bit of tweaking to go on the stats to make it a little more like the base game. We're not ready to take on that city yet. I need some better armor, most likely. So we're going to head back to the base, but we're going to take the side route. I may take the side scenic route. Show you guys one of the world bosses that when the DLC came out and they added these bosses, these world bosses. This guy, I farmed him quite a bit. It's a good place to get those legendary weapons, and I was farming him quite a bit, and the way I was doing it was sort of a cheaty way. You know, and I'll show you when I get over there. But when they did one of the updates, they kind of nerfed. I would grab a pony, but I know I'd be over encumbered because I'm almost there anyway. You know what? Let's pick him up. Come here, little pony. Look at that. It didn't over encumber. You tell me somebody else that can carry 2 grown human beings. And no. Get wrecked. Stupid dog. Die. Yeah. Tell me somebody else that can carry 2 grown human beings and a pony in their pocket and still be able to run around. I'm the toughest son of a gun. I'm so strong. Anyway, as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by a stupid dog. I used to farm this guy, but then one of the updates, they nerfed the world bosses because people were doing exactly what I did. Nope. What is going on here? Jeez Louise. Man, my stamina is not doing well. Okay. Let me get over here. Let's don't wake big boy up. Get over here. Nope. Stupid dogs. Die already. Jeez, I'm just trying to show people. So see big boy down there with his butt sticking up in the air? He's a tough boss. It's a 3 skull boss and he is tough. And what I was doing is I was crawling up that broken sword right there and standing on top and just laying into him with arrows. And you could do that. You could just run in, run up there, shoot him with arrows. It took a while. But I mean, you could bring stuff to make stone arrows in your inventory, and as long as your bow held out, you could just kill him over and over and just farm him. Well, the developers knew people were doing that, so they made the game to where if you are not on the ground, not within a certain vicinity, and you're doing that, his life will reset. Run away. Ah. Run away, I said. Alright, let's go up here. Oh, I'm not going to make it up. Oh, he's going to hit me. Go up. Okay. Whew. I thought he was going to hit me. Oh, if my stamina don't run out, I'll be okay. Ah. I fell. Run away. Dadgum. Oh, there's a stupid wolf. Okay, I'm out. Anyway, I was going to show you. Why are people waving at me? Stupid. Jump away. Man, I am struggling right now. Is this joker going to chase me? Anyway, I was going to get up there and show you that how it's health to just go back up. Oh, snap. I'm out. This joker's chasing me. Are you going to turn around and go back? Oh, my side. He's still on me. Oh, he's still on me. How far are you going to chase me, dude? Thank you. Wow. I was going to show you how when you go up there and start firing arrows, he will eventually reset to his spot and his health will just go back up. So the developers kind of nerfed that. Let me eat some food. I'm hungry. Drink a little water, drink a drink. However, in all my times of playing through, I've never known that that book was there. That was just a happenstance chance that I ran over there and saw that book, which was kind of weird. That I've never seen that before. And the fact that I didn't get to read what it said kind of makes me want to go back now. But we'll do that later on. However, again, that's one of the things that I like about this game. Those little chance encounters with those ghosts. And I will show you what I mean here shortly. Because when you come down into the Great North the first time, if you follow the progression of the game and the lore and the story, it brings you in through one of those cracks up there. There's some bears. And so somewhere in here, and it's not going to do it for me, I'm guarantee you. Is it the trees? Somewhere in here, there's a ghost scene that triggers. Man, why is this game trying to make a liar out of me? You have to get in the water now? There we go. So, it's these things that there's nothing specific that triggers it. You just have to be in a certain area, and it shows you ghosts of the past. So, this exile was swimming. He was like, yep, I'll go for a nice cool swim up here in this frigid 38-degree water. That would be like 8 degrees Celsius for you folks. And then the ghost on the shore appears, shoots him with a crossbow, which I've never seen a crossbow in this game. The dude dies. You go, oh, he died. And you're like, where's the ghost going? Let me dive down. I don't think I'm going to have enough breath. So the guy dies, hits the ground, and he, for some reason, he floats this way, and a chest appears. And you go over here, and boom, loot chest. I don't know how. So if you've never played this game before, and you don't look up anything about the game, I don't know how you would ever run across that. How would you ever just run across that? But the fact that it's there and it's discoverable just through no means whatsoever, and if people happen upon that, it just, for me, that's just a great game mechanic. It's just an awesome game mechanic. Uh-oh. Big boy deer. Yeah. Get my skinning knife. Oh. Ah. Alright. And there are dozens of things like that scattered throughout the world to discover, which adds just a different level to the game. Got some wild piggies. Anyway, I wanted to take a detour through the northern end. Uh-oh, I'm out of stamina too. I'm out of stamina. Come on, piggy. Stopped you, didn't I? Now, I got a skinning knife, and I'm going to get savory flesh and fur and tusk. If I had a cleaver, I could have actually used the cleaver and got pork. But I don't have a cleaver. Do I have a cleaver? I do not have a cleaver. However, I want to save Oh, no, I don't think it's there. Is it here? No, it's not here. Oh, I ran out of stamina. Stupid stamina. Okay. Well. Hmm. Nope. Somewhere right in here there's a dungeon. That's what I was looking for. I think it may be further back that way. I don't think it's this way. But there's a dungeon with a bunch of skeletons and a big dude. And I don't remember what you get out of it, but I do remember it's there. I mean, here's the thing about this game too. You've got all these old ruins. I want to call them, they're not really buildings, they're just stuff. And I don't understand the purpose of why all this was in the game other than just to make the game look really awesome and make people go, ah. But there should be a purpose behind some of this stuff. And granted, in the city, there are some purposes. But for just like gameplay, there's no rhyme or reason of why all this stuff is here, right? Cut onto the wall. Ooh, that was almost not good. Anyway, when they first added this area, I guess they call it the Great North, the North. I'm not even sure, honestly. I just call it the Great North. When they first added this, it was a huge deal because up until the end, we just had the dry part, the desert part. And people thought that's what the game's going to be. And then when they introduced this, and it brought a whole new level of gameplay, new races, new places to explore. Why is my stamina running out so much? More stupid dogs. Run away, run away, run away. Run away, run away, run away. These stupid wolves will chase you forever. Oh, they went and chased the deer instead of me. Okay, I'm getting there. But yeah, just look at that. Just look at that scenery. You see those towers up there? You see all that stuff down there? It was separating it. It was like, why put all that in the game if it doesn't serve a purpose other than just the wow factor? And it's definitely a wow factor over most games. The volcano in the distance. I don't even think the volcano was there when they released this section of the map. I don't think the volcano was there, and then I think they added the volcano that you could see, and I could be wrong, it could have been from the very beginning, but they added the volcano that you could actually see, but you could not get to it yet. So they were kind of teasing you with that, and then when they opened up the volcano again, it just brought a whole new level to the game, whole new gameplay, different enemies, monsters, and my stamina keeps running out. I need to go jogging more and build my stamina up. I'm trying to get up here and let you guys see New Asgard. New Asgard is a good place to farm thralls also. Okay. Oh, alright, I'm yawning again. I do apologize for the yawning. Come on, stamina. Just hold on. Jeez Louise. There we go. New Asgard. Look at that. You've got two buildings here. You got the entryway.
Oh,
Oh. You got guards outside. Look, there's a guard right. There's a guard right there. There's a guard right there somewhere. Thought there was a guard. Maybe that's just a tree. And this is a Nordheimer settlement. This is a Viking settlement. Oh, you stupid wolf. That's what you get. I'm staring you right in your ugly, stupid face. Stupid. Look, they even got wolves helping them guard. Look. Watch this. I'm going to shoot this stupid wolf. Get wrecked, you stupid wolf. Oh, he's wrecking me now. Oh, I'm out of stamina. Okay. Let's peep inside here. Is this an entertainer guarding the entryway? Come on, you don't want none of me, lady. Don't try it, lady. Oh, you tried it. Told you didn't want any of me. I'll take that sword. However, this place can be rough. There are folks everywhere. There's a taskmaster there. Oh, nope, nope, nope. We're out. We're out. We're not ready for these guys. If they come in a gang of 2 or 3, it is tough. They will gang up on you and alternate when they're attacking. You won't even have a chance to swing your sword. It's a stupid wolf right there. You got, look, you got woolly mammoths. Brrr. I don't know if that's what a woolly mammoth sounds like. Nobody really knows what a woolly mammoth sounds like, because nobody's ever seen a lot of them. It was like Jurassic Park. Who knows what dinosaurs sounded like? Nobody's been around for dinosaurs. Yikes. 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 I'm out of stamina. I'm out of stamina. Okay. We gotta run. We gotta run. We're gonna die. We're gonna die. Run away. No shame in running away. Make a potion. Are you still on my rear end? Yep, she's still on my rear end. Okay. Is she right? Nope. 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 Run away. Quit ducking. Ah, it's a stupid wolf. Jeez Louise, what's going on? Run away. Ah, it's a big wolf. Ah, run away. This place is dangerous. There's no question about it. The Great North is not for the faint of heart. It's not for people with low stamina. Run away. Oh, you know what? I'm an idiot. I got this stupid axe. Yeah, you better run. I'll pull my axe out. Stupid. Okay. Man, I really got to get rid of this corruption. Anyway, I'm trying to follow a path here and kind of show you guys some stuff. Because didn't really have anything else planned for today other than getting the Sumerian, and I didn't think it was going to be that easy. However, it turned out to be fairly easy. So, there is a named... Jeez Louise, what is that? What is that? That's not a regular wolf. That's like something else. That's not even a regular 1-star wolf. Look at his face. How can you skin this bad boy? Now I'm over encumbered. It figures. Drop that. Let's drop this fur. We don't really need the fur yet. 95%. Oh my gosh. Just go away, dudes. Get wrecked. More horses here. There's a horse. There's a horse. There's a horse and there's a horse. Jeez Louise. Here's something I don't understand either. So there's a named NPC that hangs out in this area here. And her name is Diana, Master Huntress, who shot me with an arrow. And then right over here, man, I'm really tired of running out of stamina. You can make stamina potions. I gotta make me some of those. And then if we go right over here, so she's hanging out right there. Go right over here, there's another one of those tree bosses. So what I used to do is I would build me a platform right here so I could stand on top of, and then I could farm him. And all I would do is I would run from here to that one way over there and run back to here. And by the time I killed this one, went and killed that one and came back, this guy was usually respawning. But look who this is. It's Diana, Master Huntress. What? She has a twin sister with the exact same name hanging out not a couple hundred yards from her? Oh, I woke him up. I didn't mean to wake him up. We got too close. We gotta run away. I'm running away from now, but I'll be back, dude. I'll be back. One day I'll be back and you'll be in trouble because I'm gonna smack you in the face. And then somewhere right up in there is that cave I was telling you it took you through to the swamps. Like dude said, he found a cave and when he come out he was in the swamp. Ah, come on, really? Just climb up the little hill. And used to, you came up to this little hovel here and there was a lady that hung out on the edge of the cliff. Her name was Freya, and you could take her as a thrall. However, they have now changed it, and now Freya is an NPC that you can have a quest with. We're not going to start that quest just now. What we're going to do is we're going to jump off the side of the mountain and hopefully not die. But you can start a quest with it, and I started it, and after the first part I went, man, I don't know about this, because once you finish the first part of her quest, you have to wait 8 real life hours to continue the second part. Not in-game hours, not a day in the game. You have to wait 8 hours in real life. So if I did it right now, I could come back in 8 hours and finish it up. And you know what? Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Just don't have time for that. Oh, man, I'm almost over encumbered. I'd like to grab that coal. Man, I'd like to grab that coal. Oh, you know what? I ain't even looked. Shut up, you stupid pig. Do I got attribute points? I am maxed out. Oh yeah, I remember from last stream I had put in attribute points and I said I was going to have to make a potion and reset them. So this is generally my entry point to the Great North. From where I build my from where I build my base usually, which you can see right there's my base, that's my bed. If you go directly north, that's where I'm coming in at. And normally this is my entry point because I just come directly north. I try to go straight shot, a little deviation is possible. And I normally build a bridge. Just to build a bridge right there, get across. And a lot of players do that on a lot of the servers that I play on. Either the server owner or somebody else will come and build a bridge right there. Just because it's easy access. There's another, so right over there, where that thing's sticking out up there, right down there. Can we see it from here? Yep. See the little palm tree on the bottom over there? The little palm tree areas. There's another giant crocodile over there. There's some elephant bosses over here on the savannah. There's all kind of stuff to do in this game, and I kind of took the long way back to my base to show you guys some of the map. If you've never played this game before, and you'd like these types of games, give this game a try. You'll be hooked, I guarantee you. Yeah, there's the elephants and the rhinoceroses. There's some tigers down here. Man, I don't want to get no fight with no rhinoceros. I'm going to have to, it looks like. Either that or the tiger. What? Oh, gosh. I thought he went the other way. See, there's a tiger over there. And what I thought is when they released the Age of Sorcery, there was a huge settlement right in here. It was a big wall. It was manned by NPCs. There was a big tower in the middle. It was all kind of stuff. It was large. And I thought, wow, that's going to be a great addition to this game. But when the Age of Sorcery went away and the Age of Heroes come in, the whole city disappeared. And I was kind of disappointed because it was a great little quest that you had to do. You had to build a trebuchet and bust down the gates and then go in the city and fight everybody and run around and make it to the top and steal the treasure and all kind of stuff. And it was right, see where these little fingers were coming up here? It was right in the middle of this. It was right in this area. I think. Nah, maybe it was back up here. But anyway, it was in this general vicinity. And it was great, and I thought it was a permanent addition to the game, but apparently it was just for the Age of Sorcery. And when I came back and started playing this again, and that wasn't there, man, you want to talk about a big disappointment. I mean, a huge disappointment. I was so sad because that was one of the best additions to the game. There was like giant snakes outside of it that you could take thralls from it. It was some pretty high level thralls. This is not good. Where am I at? You know what? Oh yeah, we're gonna fight our way through here. I'm gonna use my axe. Stupid hyena, go away. Yeah, come on. Come on, you want some of this? Get ready. Fatality. Got anything good on you? Nope. I'm just for that, I'm stealing everything in your village. It ain't nailed down. Uh-oh. I got 3 of them coming. I need to pick one. Get a jump on him. Dude was like, nope, I'm out. I'm gonna go fight this hyena. Alright, we're gonna take everything out of your inventory. I'm gonna get over encumbered. You get anything good? Nope. What you get for trying to sneak attack me? I saw you. Alright, I gotta drop some stuff. Let's see. We don't need bush jerky. I'm gonna keep that. I've never saw bush jerky, so I've got 100%, 99%. I don't need a stuffed deer right now. Okay. Anybody else hanging out? Yep, dude's over there hanging out. Anything good in your chest? I'm going to take the gold and the banners. Anything good in this chest? Oh, come on. You should have just stayed over there. You see what I did to everybody else? Oh man, it's got all kind of food in it. I don't think I need any of that stuff at this particular moment. However, I told him I was going to steal everything, didn't I? Ooh, I'll take these carpets. Aw, man. You tell me a carpet made me over encumbered. I don't need, ooh, let's split that. Yeah, let's drop that. We're carrying around 4 war horns. That's no wonder we're over encumbered. I'm gonna leave you as a survivor. You make sure you tell the rest of them Largatha was here and what happened. Tell everybody else it'll happen to them too if they mess with me next time I come through. You don't want to mess with me. I cheat. Where are we at? Okay, there's the giant hand. So normally I'll come up this river. There's a giant crocodile in that cave right there. My normal route is to go by that cave and go through that little gap right there, and that takes me directly up to where I enter the Great North. Just a straight shot, because this game, it takes so much to traverse from area to area. I generally try to take as straight a shot as I can. There's a crocodile. I was like, yep, there's usually a crocodile. It tries to eat me when I come through there. And then we haven't even gotten to, oh, man, there's so much we've got to cover during this streaming series. Dadgummit, this whole city here, there's dragons and bosses and bats and all kind of crazy stuff. And then here, that pit there, the undead dragon, wowzers. There's so much stuff to do. And that's really why this game is a lot better with a full clan. If you got 6 people and you're all working together, this game, you can play it on an official server, and with 6 folks working together, it makes it a lot easier. But trying to solo this game on an official server by yourself is rough. Especially if you're on a PvP server, it's rough. Even with a clan on an official server, on a PvP server, it's still pretty rough. However, we still got, oh yeah, we got to do that city over there. There are a lot of books we got to collect. Throughout the world, there's different books that you read that gives you... I still can't believe we got such a high-powered axe out of the sewer. But yeah, different books that you read give you different perks. There are, I think there's 6 books throughout the world that when you read them, you unlock new recipes. And then there's the, what's it called? Knowledge. Let's look at religion. Oh, it's not even on here. Wow, I didn't know that. However, oh, I keep hitting the wrong button. However, right here, I want to say right here, there is a were hyena. Not a werewolf, but a were hyena, I believe he is. That will, for some feral flesh, he will sell you a potion, and it takes you to a dungeon. Jabal something, and you have to run this dungeon, and at the end you learn that religion. I don't know exactly what the perks of the religion are, but I mean that's a completely random thing too. It's like you see this guy and you think were hyena, and you don't want to even go near him. And so the first time I saw him, I was like, man, why is he outside the little settlement up there? So I went over and started trying to whack him, and I wasn't doing any damage to him. And then I realized there's a prompt to talk to him. So I started talking to him, and he tells you this big story. And then you look at his inventory, and you see you can buy a potion from him. So I bought a potion. I was like, I wonder what this does. I drank it. Cutscene, and then I'm in a dungeon, and I went, oh no, what did I just do? I'm in a dungeon, and the dungeon's a pretty rough one too. You face human competition in the dungeon, wolves, boars, bears. Oh, it's a one skull dude. I was not prepared for that. Gorillas. What else is in that dungeon? I'm out of stamina. Why? I'm more like, why am I not hitting him? Oh, you died from the poison. Look at that. Potion of natural learning? What is potion of natural learning? What is this? A potion that resets knowledge points. I do not want to reset my knowledge points at the moment. However, I believe those potions have a very limited... Yeah, they expire in like 20 minutes. But the dungeon that I'm rambling on about, that I can't finish a thought today for some reason. The dungeon, the final boss... You know what? I'm not going to tell you what the final boss is. If you want to know, you can play the game and you can try it out for yourself. But the final boss, I probably played through that dungeon. It was a lot. Probably 12, 13 times before I could beat old boy. Alright, let's, we're back now. Let's get set up. Alright. Little entertainer, you go over here. Alright. Clear my... Why did my corruption clear instantaneously? And the whole reason we went north was for a berserker. There you go, Mr. Berserker. What kind of weapon do you got? You have a axe, a star metal war axe, 43 damage, shield smash, good deal. Now you need some armor. Let's see. We're gonna do medium boots, armor value 17, 15, medium tasset. We're gonna have to make him some armor. Let's see here. What kind of armor we want to put him in? I know what I want to use, but I think it's a medium. Yeah, that's a medium armor. Let me go to my backup. Okay, that's heavy armor. What am I missing? Iron bar? Iron bar, iron bar. Did I bring iron bars with me? I did not. But thankfully, I know where we can get some. Oh, what's going on? Sandstorm coming? Oh, I did have some iron bars, maybe. There we go. Alright, let's see if we can get this armor crafting up. Okay, here we go. Boots, pants, shirt, gloves, hat. Alright, you stand out here and look at that sandstorm. Look at that thing coming, man. That is cool. That is just a cool mechanic in this game. The whole sandstorm front, and that thing's coming. See how tough you are. You stay out in the sandstorm. You stay out there and get smacked in the face with the sand. We're going in here. Okay, so mission accomplished. We completed a journey step here. Let's claim our reward, which is balanced iron poniards. Let's start our archery journey. Craft a hunting bow, craft arrows, power shot an enemy, and kill an enemy with a bow. So a hunting bow, I believe, is created in your inventory. Or maybe not. Yes, hunting bow. Branch, plant fiber. The sandstorm's still going on. Man. And so the good thing is, when we give dude the armor, I'll show you what it looks like. The sandstorm is rather inconvenient. Look at this thing, man. You can see the sand just rolling through. It obscures the sun, but yet you got the backlight of the sun. I mean, the details like this game is just cool. Alright, let's grab this boy's armor here. Unos, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. 5 pieces. Let's equip him up. Alright. That gives him where's the armor value? Strength, agility, vitality 30. So he's going to need some meat to grow with. Armor 400 over there to the right underneath the character screen. Okay, there we go. There we go. Armor 400. Do we have food for him? We do have a little bit of food for him. I guess I could cook the shredded meat. So, depending on what type of food you put in them, I don't know, but I want to say that dependent upon the type of food that they have in their inventory when they are fighting and leveling up, because it doesn't make any sense. So all those food types, I think it starts top, goes right, drops down, goes right. The better food that he has in his inventory, the better the chance is that when they level up, they will get some sort of extra perk. Here you can see on the right it says perks. So at level 10 you get a perk, level 15 you get a perk, level 20 you get a perk. So the food chances, see where it says vitality on the left, kind of bottom there, it says vitality 30. Growth chance 80% plus 14%. If I take that food out, go back, oh no, it still says 14%. Did it say 14% when I looked earlier? I thought it told you what, depending upon what type of food, if you got a better perk or not. Alright, so let me clear some of my inventory. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to throw it in the chest, not switch out what I was wearing. Drop, drop, drop. Demon blood in here. Okay. Can we enhance his weapon any? Tinker bench. Weapon damage kit. Can we build? No, hardened steel bars. So we're going to need to get black ice to make hardened steel bars. Let me borrow your weapon, dude. Or can I do it in your inventory? Alright, so health damage 43. We just put a weapon damage kit on it. Now the health damage is 47, so it went up 4 points. Really? Just 4 points? Jeez Louise, that wasn't even worth it. Let's set up. I can't see. I can't see. Boom. And there we go. We set up a little shade thing for one of our things. It's little things like that too in this game that you just go, why? And what made them think of doing that particular thing, right? Put a rug at the front door so we can wipe our feet from the blood that we collect while we're killing people. Put a rug right here. We'll put one right here. Don't know why I'm wasting my time decorating, because this base is only temporary. But I have seen some pretty amazing builds on different things. You know, I said last week before I got off I was going to switch over to the official server that I was playing on and show you guys the village, and I completely forgot. Try to do a little bit of inventory management right quick. There we go. So, where is... Wait a minute. Something's not right. Where is my tome? Did I stick it in a random chest? I did. Look at that. Go there, there. Okay. I think I just used that for a dump chest on the last stream. Alright, let's put in our tome. I like to just dump these bags in here until I start using them. And so to start upgrading, we're going to need some putrid meat and some stone. Do I have any stone in my inventory? I do not. So let's grab the putrid meat. Let's go whack a rock. I'm sure there was a closer rock. Yeah, stupid rock. Alright, let's go back over here. So, in order to advance your sorcery skills and your sorcery level, we'll call it that, to unlock new things, I guess is what I should have said, you will need to upgrade this tome, sorcerer spell page, did sorcerer's map, we don't need that, failed sorcerer's, there we go. Now you see how that's green? Hit the button, do a little bit of sorcery, a la sesame, whatever. So now we get blood right, soul drain, embedded wisp, and imbue wisp, which is and if I'm not mistaken, I do not know how to use this at all. Alright. Will the forces of life and death of the undead. Part of the veil of time and space that glimpse the present, past, and future. Shape the raw forces of nature. So let's check that one out and see what this is. Summon a frozen bridge. Nope. That's not the one I want. So let's try part the veil of time and space to glimpse. That is Reveal nearby corrupt. No, that's not right. I don't think I've really ever delved into the sorcery aspect of this game. You know what everything is. So the one we haven't tried is the middle one. So let's do this one. That is the sorcerer imbues a soul in their own flesh, illuminating their path. Sorcerer imbues a soul onto a fixed point, illuminating the area. So if I'm not mistaken, the first thing you get is this one. And now we have a light that will just follow us around. And we're going to go knock somebody out so we can show you the light. And if I was going to actually whack people, I'd have brought our new Sumerian Berserker with us, which we got to come up with a name for him. We can't just leave him as Sumerian Berserker. We've got to come up with a name for him. And you'll notice, I don't know if you can really see it on the stream or not, but my health bar and my stamina bar gained a little bit of corruption. So by performing the dark art of sorcery, you corrupt yourself, which is another reason we wanted to entertain her. Way back early in the stream, remember I said I'm just a brute force guy. I'm a tank. I just power through everything. I think on this playthrough I may try to use the sorcery part of this better. Alright, so normally when you go down here it's dark, but see our little light makes it so much brighter. Look at that. That is awesome. Come at me, dude. Come at me. Jeez, you got problems. Oh, look, that wasn't my fault. I was just swinging my sword around and you walked right into it. That was all your fault. Now this one may be my fault.
Watch out!
See, realistically, if you hit somebody with an arrow, it's going to take them down. Normal game settings, you have to shoot them 5 or 6 times with an arrow to take them down. But in real life, if I put an arrow right through the middle of your chest, you're going down. You're not going to run after me and keep fighting. But what is this? What are you trying to prove? I don't know what you were trying to prove, but it did not work out in your favor. Alright, let's take out some more of these folks. What I'm looking for, get out of here, get ready. Alright, now if I shot you in the leg, you may not go down that quick. However, if I had a... Oh, he's a performer. We don't need a performer. Alright, so let's go on around. What I'm looking for is this guy in the back. And I gotta be careful. I don't want to take him out. Where did they go? You go down and go to sleep. Okay, this thing's kind of annoying because it's
Enemies approaching.
Nope, that's a smelter. We'll take a smelter though. We'll take a named smelter, no problem. However, normally there's a priest, usually a high priest, hanging out in the back of this cave, and that's what I was after. I was after that priest from my altar. Because I want to start making some weapons. And to get the stuff that you need to do the good stuff in the altar, you need the specialty religious weapons. So when you harvest dead bodies, get the little things that you need. Alright, you're asleep. Let's go. Let me make sure there's not a priest back here. There's not. So it was a named smelter. We'll take a named thrall most any day over a non-named thrall. Alright. But having that little light's kinda cool. What happened? No, I hit the wrong button. No. No, 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 no. Oh man. I hit the wrong button. I let my rope go. If you let your rope go, you lose the thrall. Man. Man. Oh, I went to do that. I can't believe I did that. I absolutely cannot believe I just did that. Man, I'm so disgusted right now. You know what? That's what you get. That's what you get. I'm mad at myself. Anyway, that was my fault. Completely. I let my rope go, and I'm pretty sure the thrall just falls through the floor and out of the world. Man. A named smelter is pretty rare, too. Wonder how long this little wisp thing lasts. I didn't even look to see how long it lasts. Well, we accomplished the goal for the stream. We got the Sumerian Berserker. We took a little side trip, saw New Asgard, saw some of the bosses that we will be taking on later as we level up. I'm going to need some additional armor. You know, though, we may have to go back and farm that sewer. In between streams, I think I'm going to go back and farm the sewer. This weapon, I mean, 103 health damage. I don't think I've ever seen a weapon in this game get more than about 70 health damage. 103? Holy mackerel. Alright. We'll get you jerky going here. We're going to get a little bit of gruel. Yeah, I'm going to go back and farm that sewer because I think they've added a lot of weapons to the game since I really did a playthrough. Man, inventory management on this game is rough. Alright, come on, dude. You and your bad looking armor. Let's go kill some stuff. We're gonna go hit this large crocodile again. Just to see what kind of weapon we'll get from it. Plus, this will help this guy level up. Where was you going? You was trying to get away. It'll help this guy level up. We'll see how he performs in this fight. Go get him. Go get him. Don't stand there. I told you to attack. Listen to me. Now that I know how to swing the slabs to get maximum damage. Bam. Oh, I'm out of stamina. He's doing pretty good. He's not taking a lot of damage, so the armor's probably helping. Plus his intestinal fortitude. Hey, we got another axe. That, I believe that is a two-handed axe. Hardened great steel axe. So that's got health damage of 50 right off the bat. Oh, let's farm this guy for the key. We're going to need keys. If we're going to go back to the sewer, we're going to need at least 3 keys. What does that give us? That gives us 2. So we need to farm one more. So there's, let's see. This is axe hat. 47, so right off the bat we get a better weapon for him. Alright, attack. Okay, yep, that is a two-handed axe. I personally do not like two-handed weapons. Attack the crocodile. Attack the crocodile. For me, for your character, a two-handed weapon is way too slow. I don't like how... And this wisp, it was okay in the cave, but man, it's getting on my nerves now. Alright, get this crocodile. Get this crocodile. Get him, get him, get him, get him. That's what I'm talking about. This is a crocodile. Get him. So he's leveled up to level 4. It's not too bad. You know what? I got the perfect name for him. Come here, dude. Sumerian Berserker. Alright. Your name is now Chuck. What's up, Chuck? Alright, let's go, Chuck. Come on, Chuck. We're gonna go find a giant spider and kill it. And I've been streaming for almost 2 hours. And that's about the limit for me. So, we're gonna go find this giant spider. Are you back there, Chuck? Yep. Come on, Chuck. We're gonna find a big spider and whack it, and then we're probably going to call it a stream for today. Then before I end the stream though, I'm going to do what I said I was going to do last week. I'm going to go on to the server that I've been playing on, and we're going to try to go look at the village. When I first stumbled across it, I was very impressed, and I'll show you guys that here shortly. Alright, where am I going? 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 I want to say I'm headed in the right direction, but it's dark, and I get lost in the dark. Even though I've got this stupid green thing that I kind of regret doing now, it's all in my field of vision, and it's aggravating. Why can't the thing just hover like over your left shoulder instead of just... I don't know how to make it go away. Hopefully when I log out, the next time I log in, it'll be gone. Alright, this looks promising. Cobwebs. We probably need to get some gossamer while we're here. I don't know what we may need silk for. Spider, spider, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Yeah, I know we need silk for a certain kind of bow, maybe? I'm not sure what we need gossamer for, though. But we know where to get it, if we need it. Alright, are you ready, Chuck? Stupid rocks. Alright, let's look for the little peripheral spiders. There's usually 1 or 2 little spiders on the edge that will interject themselves into the fight, and they're aggravating. Stupid little spider. There's what we're looking for. Chuck. 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 Where you at, Chuck? Why? Chuck. Why are you lagging behind? Stay with me. You ready? Go get it. Go get it. What do you mean can't move? There's a stupid little spider right there. Chuck, go get the big one, Chuck. Alright. I'm about to rename him to Stupid because I keep telling him to go attack stuff and he just stands there like a dum-dum. Man, this axe is awesome. 103 health damage, are you kidding me? I've never had a weapon this powerful in this game in my life. And, of course, I get a stupid shield. The one thing I never use in this game is a shield. Why would you give me a shield? Alright, and that makes what? That makes 3 keys. Will be set up. I'm telling you. This little thing is getting on my nerves. Alright, we're going to go ahead and grab some of this gossamer. You never know when you may need resources. Always be gathering. ABG. Always be gathering. I said that in the first stream. Always be gathering. At some point we're going to have to go way up into the snow and get some star metal. Alright, Chuck. We need to level you up. So come on. There you go. Where you at now? Level 6? I'd like to get him to level 10 just to see what that first perk's going to be. Or we could take on Big Boy in the cave. Yeah, that's the thing. There's a boss. Man, I keep... Nope. So, let's see. There's the sentinels. Somewhere right in here. I want to say there's like a little small dungeon with the little gremlin dudes. What are they called? The imps. There's an imp cave, and at the end of the imp cave there is a boss, a 3 skull boss, and there's a chest in there. The thing about the chest is up north, and then maybe some in the jungle, but I'm not sure. Definitely not in the desert part, not in the Exile lands. When you kill NPC, sometimes you get a heart. It's called Heart of a Hero? Maybe? Maybe not. But when you get those hearts, if you save them up, when you go into that cave and beat that boss, if you have like multiple hearts in your inventory, it'll give you multiple rewards, I guess it's called. If you have a heart of a Nordheimer, sometimes you get a Yeti protector, and it's literally just a big, huge Yeti. I don't think they're very strong, from what I remember. They're just kind of cool looking. It's just like a big Yeti. Looks like a big white were snowman. I don't know how else to describe it. What did I just hear? Get rid of spider. So I'm hitting these spiders with that axe. I thought I just heard a crocodile. Crocodile, why are you way up here in the mountains? Water. Ah. Yeah, it's taking me like 4 or 5 hits. He hit it twice. It's taking me like 4 or 5 hits with my sword to do away with the spider. With the axe, it's taking like 2 hits. That axe is awesome. Come on. Come on. You want some? Come on. Come on. Get him, Chuck. Get him, Chuck. Oh, there's a Yogg Archpriest. Probably should not have killed him. He might would have been a good addition to the clan. There you go, Chuck. Way to come in for the cleanup. Of course, I'm not a big fan of Yogg, so pick up these skulls. Nope. Anything good in here? Ooh, what is that? Mask of the Witch Doctor. We'll take that. We'll take that. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Chuck, did you level up again? No. Alright. Hey, dude. Don't lose your head over it. Alright. Why are we almost over encumbered again? However, I've been sitting here thinking the whole time I've been just rambling, talking about nothing, how I should approach future streams. And I think it would probably be good. Running out of stamina. I think it might be good that if I approach it in sections. So, if we try to take the original area, which is, oh my goodness, I cannot do controllers. So, this original area, which is called the Exiled Lands, the desert, and all that good stuff. If I try to complete everything there and then move on to the Great North and try to complete everything there, and then go to the east and try to complete everything there, kind of give it a little bit of a structure, environment, structured plan. I don't know. I really don't know what to do with this streaming series. I was just going to do a playthrough, and I thought, I'll stream it. If people get super really, really bored and got absolutely nothing else to do in their life, and they've even watched the grass in the yard grow, and they've watched the paint dry on their walls, then maybe they can come watch me, because I'm sure watching paint dry is better than watching me play and listen, especially on a streaming series. Jeez Louise, I've never really done streaming before and don't know what makes good streaming. Sneak attack. Why are these, why is there so many dead ones? Do I need to be cleaning them up? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I may do that. I may take it by areas. Complete everything, run all the dungeons, beat all the bosses. Complete that, move on to the next area. Run all the dungeons, beat all the bosses, complete all the areas. Yeah, I think that might work. Is Big Boy respawned? Yeah, I think I've still got stuff respawning too quickly too. Alright, Chuck. You stand guard. Stand guard. We're going to level him up next time. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching the stream. I know I'm not very entertaining. It's just while I'm playing, I thought, you know what, I'll stream it. People can watch. When I go back and start editing the descriptions and all for the videos, if there's something specific in the video that I've done, I'll tag it in there. So if people are looking for something, I'll tag it. Put the timestamp of when to go to the video to find that particular thing. And maybe I can help some folks along the way play the game better, enjoy it better. And I have been remiss because I normally sign off my streams and my videos with our tagline, but I have not been doing that, and I've got to start back doing that because here at our channel, we believe in gaming your way. So that's what I always say, game your way. See, I'm still seeing a lot of posts where folks will do stuff and people go, oh, that was uncreative, oh, that was this, oh, that was that. And it's like they're upset because somebody else is playing a game the way they want to play it and not the way the person that's criticizing them would play it. And it's like, why? It doesn't affect your life in any way whatsoever. It does not diminish your experience with that game in any way whatsoever. Why do you care so much? But the gaming community is kind of weird. So don't know that that will ever change from generation to generation. Some of us think you should play games and make them as hard as possible. And some of us think, hey, it's a game, it's supposed to be fun, and I don't want to struggle. I don't want to have to grind for hours and hours and hours just to get 2 sticks to rub it together to start a fire. So, you know, that's been my philosophy from day one is game your way. It doesn't matter. Game how you want to game and don't care what nobody else says. But thank you guys for stopping by, and we'll see you next stream. Oh, you know what? What did I say I was going to do? I said I was going to log out and show you guys. Exit the main menu. I almost forgot again. That's what happens when you start getting old. Disconnecting from the game. Play online. Let's go find the server. Let's go find the server. And no judgment. Nope, you're not allowed to judge me. No judgment. And you'll see what I'm talking about in a minute, because everybody's going to go, what the heck? Oh, man. I forgot. I'm all the way over. Oh, man. I forgot I'm all the way over here. Is there a way? Did I put a bed down here? I did put a bed down here. You know how bad this is?
We must.
Oh. 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 I don't know what happened just now. I got to go back and watch that part of the video, but I was hearing a weird voice. Something, I don't know what happened just there. Wow. However, I don't know why we got disconnected either. That server host may have reset or something. But I was hearing a very weird reptilian sounding voice right there at the end before the game kicked us. And I was nowhere near anything. And that right there is the entrance to the volcano. I know what that scene is, because the first time I stumbled upon that, I was like, what in the world? And then when you go through there, you go into the volcano. And if you don't have on the right armor, you will overheat quickly and die. I'm not sure I'm going to get back into the server. It's trying. It's trying. Man, these unscripted moments is what I live for. Ha. If I click this, what happens? Okay. Nothing. Are you gonna let me connect back, you stupid game? Again, this is why streaming. You never know what's gonna happen. If this had been a recorded and edited video, we wouldn't be waiting right now. We'd be listening to me ramble. I could have just edited in all of this stuff, or edited out all of this stuff right here, and it'd have been like seamless. Boom, boom. One scene to the next. However, what I'm trying to do is get into the server that I've been playing in and show you guys the village I was talking about, because I thought it was cool. And no bueno. No bueno. Am I gonna have to start? Am I gonna have to force restart the whole game? Do you want to live forever? Yes, I do. Don't look at my build. So I had a follower And I don't know where my follower's at. Okay, the bad thing is we are here. We're here. And we've got to go all the way to this area right here. So here's what I'm going to try to do. I believe this server has... keep inventory on. And we're about to find out. I'm about to remove my bracelet and die. And I'm going to respawn at my bedroll. However, I think I don't have a bedroll. I don't have a bedroll. I guess we're hoofing it. However, you can see I still have the assassin's armor on. I haven't dyed it. Oh, jeez Louise. I had forgotten. So I have a plan. I have a plan for a build where I was at there. That was my little temporary setup. Yeah. My apologies, everyone. 'Cause I thought I was at my base in the north. We can't go that way. Giant spider. So this is going to take a while. So if you got nothing better to do on this Saturday morning, and you're interested to see this village I keep talking about, stick around. We'll be there in like 9 hours. Not really. But it's going to be a minute. And again, this jungle area is not really an area I have explored a lot. Like all the upper areas and things. I don't know what secrets it may hold. I don't know what benefits it may give. I came over here to run the Witch Queen dungeon. I believe that's new. Pretty sure that's new since the last time I was here. Yeah, I came over here to run the Witch Queen dungeon and the Lemurian dungeon, which is something that you go into, and there's maybe let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 underwater rooms that you have to swim down to, and each room has its own unique, I guess you'll call it, boss in it. There's some lizard rhinos. When I first saw them, I was like, ooh, rhinoceroses, or jungle rhinos, or whatever you want to call them. And then I killed one and skinned it, and it gave me reptile hide, and I was like, reptile hide from a rhinoceros? No, something ain't right. But it's a hybrid rhino / some kind of reptile. There's a black panther. You stay over there, Mr. Panther, or I will have to smack you in the face. And this weapon I got in here is a 2-handed maelstrom. It is, see that, even that thing is a legendary. It's 85. This thing does massive damage. But I don't like it because it's 2-handed. But in the game so far, it is the most powerful weapon that I have found. So I'm using it until I can come up with something else. I bet my inventory looks like crap. Nope. I haven't been on here in about a week. I got back on that game Craftopia, which I think I started telling you guys about, and then got to rambling and forgot what I was saying, but I don't know. I tend to ramble too much. Alright, you wanted it. Come on. Booyah. That may also be new. So this is a private server. I guess you'd call it a private server. And by that I mean that an individual pays to have this server hosted. However, it is not private because you can just find it and play on it. It's called A Murder of Crows, and it's on the console slash Windows version of the game. So you can just join it and play. And as we go through here, you will see a lot of different builds. So there's been a lot of folks join the server, do builds. The only thing that I don't like about it is you can tell, running around. I've been doing a lot of running around on this server. You can tell that some folks have come in and built bases just to get started, and they haven't ever come back, ever. Because I've been on this server now for a little over a month, possibly. And some of the builds never progress. Nothing ever changes with them. All the crafting stations that are unlocked have definitely been emptied. And apparently there's no decay timer on the builds for the server. I guess the owner didn't want people's builds to decay. So it in my opinion, it's not a good thing. In my opinion, when you have a server, you should set server rules up, give people guidance to a Discord or a website or something that says, here's the server rules, and make them understand that if you play somewhat regularly, as long as you log in once a month or once every 2 weeks or whatever you decide, you're good. But if you don't log in within that time, then your builds will either be taken down or the decay timer will start. Because it tends to clutter up the server. And so when new folks come in, if you have somebody that comes in and wants to play, and they see all these builds around that never change, they're not going to want to come back and play, because people will come and build things in some of the prime build locations and never come back. And it's like, I want to build there. I know this player never plays, but I'll never be able to build there because the builds are not going away. So, personally, when I run servers, I try to do a Discord, or I try to do a Facebook page or something to let people know, here's the rules, play by the rules, or you'll have to go find another place. Like that thing there has been here since day one. This is a very, very prime build location because it is so flat. A lot of people want to build here. And they come in, they built a square fence, a square building, and I don't think I have ever seen this progress in any way whatsoever. So it needs to be taken down. It absolutely needs to be taken down. And give someone else a chance to have that build location. Again, another prime example. That's been there since day one. Prime build location. Most of this area in here is prime building property because it's so flat. You don't have to worry about, do I have food? I do have food. You don't have to worry about leveling things out or stacking foundations to get there, but it's just being cluttered up. Okay, I need to stop beating that dead horse and get off my soapbox. You guys get what I'm saying. Man, I got so far to go. I probably need to run by my base up at the lake and reset my spawn point. Another good building location if you want to do a tree house, that big huge tree right there. Wait, let me see. Oh, she got a top on. Okay. I can't remember if the server settings allow for partial nudity. But I don't want to be getting banned for nudity on a video game off of YouTube. I don't think YouTube allows, even in the game, I don't think they allow nudity. And console edition of Conan Exiles lets you have topless women, and the PC version lets you have full nude women. And I'm pretty sure that community guidelines, possibly on Twitch and YouTube, don't let you have that. Again, this settlement has pretty much been here since the beginning. No progress, no change. You know. So I'll have to be careful when I'm going through here, because I only get no community standard strike for topless cartoon women. Again, my own opinion on that is possibly I should be streaming to Rumble a little less restrictive. They don't believe in so much censorship, they believe in true freedom. And we won't go down the political realm. Come on, big boy, want some of this? You started it. Now I will say this is a new build. This has not been here. So it's been probably a few weeks since I've been through here, and this is all brand new. And I gotta say, I can't get in there. Let me look in the window. Okay, so just empty little rooms. However, oh man, I will say this is looking good. So there's a little house, there's a little house, there's a little house. And this is just like a little, I can't get through here, people. This is just like a little village inside a little walled city. Wow, this person has been busy. Here's a little tavern. Look at this setup, man. You got the bar. Got a bartender. Got some patrons sitting around. See, this is what I mean by living settlement. Oh man, look at that, sitting by the fire. Let me go upstairs here. Man, got a table upstairs. Some very creative use of building pieces here. Wow, look at that. A nice chandelier hanging from right there would really set this thing off, but I don't think there's any chandeliers in the game. Come on, dude, get out of the way. And so this is like your little village down. Look at, they got a cart there. They got their animal taming pen right there. Stables, small pets. Let me go over here and check this out. Oh, this is their Wheel of Pain. Man, I can't believe it got dark on us. I was enjoying looking around this. What is that foundation? I don't think I recognize that pattern. Oh, little, so it's like a little jail cell. It's like a little jail cell right there for when you break thralls. You can put them in there until you break them on the Wheel of Pain. And then we've got what I will assume is the main build. Oh, let's look down here. There's a dragon head. Let's go in here and check it out. We got the alchemy room. Man, look at those stacked up chests. Holy mackerel. Yeah, we got our alchemy section. we got across the way over here? We got the casting table, the tannery. We got all of our furniture stuff. Got our tinkerer. Where's the blacksmith at? That's what I'm looking for. So we got, oh, now that is awesome. What a way to use the surrounding environment. So this is naturally over water. So you build around and make a pool. Are you kidding me right now? How creative is that? How creative was that? Never in my life have I thought about doing that. That is amazing. That is amazing. Okay, here's our smithy. We got our forges kicking off. Blacksmith bench. Big blacksmith bench there. Normal size one there. Oh, the walls are decorated with the weapons and the shields. I am loving this build. I'm really loving this build. And this thing came along quick. Whoever this is, if you ever watch this video, if you're on a Murder of Crows server and you're watching this video, color me is it impressed or impressed? Color me impressed. Cause I know this got through up in a short amount of time. I was on this server every day for a while. And man, this is some grinding right here now, I'm telling you. Garden, fountain. Man, this is impressive. Kudos to whoever did this. The altar. Exalted altar of Ymir. I blew their horn. I blew your horn. Man, yeah, this is a really cool build. Okay, here we go. And then the throne room up top. Man, impressive. Kudos. Who? Is it M. Mixicting? I don't know how to pronounce that correctly, but man, is this thing impressive. Oh, and then we've got, yeah, we got our sorcery area. We got our victims tied down. Man, that is an amazing build. Whoever you are, if you ever see this, truly an impressive build in a short amount of time. Let's get over here. So if you recognize from the normal stream, this is where we actually have our little starter base. Did I? Listen, you don't want none of me hiding. Go away. All right. If you want to do it, we'll do it. All right, fine. Yeah, this is so the only critique I think I would have is the variation in the different style of build pieces. I see at least 6 different types. Still, not bad. I'm not saying anything's bad about it. And then, yep, here you go. And you see this little square building, you're like, really? I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying, for me personally, the variation in the types of build pieces kind of doesn't it takes away from the overall impressiveness of the build, but still, I mean, I can't build nothing like that, so what do I know, right? Impressive, truly impressive. Still, the one we're going to see, in my opinion, is more impressive. And I've now spent an extra 30 minutes. Okay, I was going to go smack that crocodile, but I'm not. I've now spent an extra 30 minutes just trying to show you guys a village, because I forgot I was on the completely opposite side of the map. If nothing else, though, I can go back and grab this part of the video and shorten it, make me a couple little reels off of it. Never know. Might get some views on my reels. Might get TikTok famous, Reel famous, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. I don't know who's watching me, but I appreciate it, because I see I've got 2 watching now. I don't know who's watching me, but much obliged. Why does my stamina keep running out? Probably because I'm carrying. I think if you carry more weight, it affects your stamina more. Probably. What am I carrying that's so heavy? Demon blood. Let's drop that. Let's drop that. Oh, 1,000 branches. Look at that. That was massive. Nope, stamina's still going down just as quick. However, we'll drop some of that stuff and keep going. Stay away from me, high-neaners. Nope. See, why do you feel like you need to bother me? I wasn't bothering you. That's what you get. I know you were turning around to go back, but you chased me to begin with, and I didn't like it, and that's what you get. Now you're dead. Now you just lay there and take you a permanent nap. Let's see. I'm trying to get. Oh. All right. I was trying to figure out if there was a shortcut to get to where I wanted to go, and I think there is. I think I can just, instead of taking a right, I think I can shoot straight through. Because I know you guys are like, will he just get to where he's going? Stop getting sidetracked. And the answer is, I'm going to try my best. I know before, maybe even after the Age of Sorcery update, but definitely before that, there was a bug, and if you could do it just right, you could have unlimited sprint. And what you did is, right when your stamina bar got to the bottom, you unclicked it, and as soon as it started back, you clicked it again, and it would not reduce your stamina. And it's definitely not working right now. But if you timed it just right, you could set it up, and you could literally run from one side of the map to the other side of the map without ever having to run out of stamina. It was great. It was great, I tell you. And I think you should be able to unlock a perk that's called Iron Man or something, where your stamina never runs out. Oh wait, that may be. Alright, I gotta check. Attributes. Grit determines size. So if you get to the very last thing, Shield Master, you cannot take more than 33% of your maximum health. You can unblock unblockable attacks at high stamina cost. React. Okay, so I know if you max out the bottom one, you don't get over encumbered, no matter what you've got, you can fill up every inventory slot available and you'll never get over encumbered. You can still move at full speed. And I was thinking the stamina attribute, if you maxed it out, maybe you got unlimited stamina. But it was too much to hope for. I flew too close to the sun and got burned. Jeez Louise, this is the biggest map in the history of maps. So far. However, GTA 6, I think, is going to be the biggest video game map ever made. From what I'm reading. Red Dead Redemption 2 was pretty dang big. I gotta look that up. That's an interesting question that my brain has posed to me. What is the biggest open world survival / open world video game map? It'll probably be some weird thing, I'm sure. Alright, we're halfway there. Thanks for coming along on the trip. I think it's going to be worth it, though. If you've ever played this game, this village is going to be, I don't know. Maybe you'll look at it and go, this is what he wanted to show us? This is all it was? But for me, it was impressive. And I feel the ground shaking through my controller. Ah, you stupid rhinoceros. Okay. We're going. Oh, and you know what? While we're here and not doing anything else, look at the footprints in the sand. The level of detail to the game is amazing. While we're in this area, we're going to take a little bit of a detour. I know. But how did I miss that stupid snake twice? So the reason I want to take a detour is two things. One, you guys have heard me refer to Neebs Gaming, the Neebs Gaming guys. I think they were the first people I ever saw play this game, which is what got me interested in playing this game. Why? Just pull your weapon out. Jeez Louise. Oh gosh. Everything is attacking me now. Stupid. I'm trying to do something. Leave me alone. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm almost 100% positive the reason I wanted to play this game was because of Neebs Gaming. This is a Neebs Gaming
Hello?
Easter egg.
Hey! There's somebody... Help! Hey, get us out of here! Help! Listen! We're on the other side of the door. We're kind of in a pickle. Could use your help. Think there's some levers out there? A good chance one of them will open the door and we'll be... Could you pull a lever, please? Pull it! Please? Pick a lever.
There's a lever there. There's a lever there. There's a lever there, and there's a lever there. I won't go through it today. I don't want to spoil it for you guys in case you do want to play this game if you've never played it. So I'll tell you two things. One, if you don't know who Neebs Gaming is, look them up. Great content. They're funny. It's well worth it. And second of all, I believe they were one of the first YouTube streamers, and it's a group of guys, and they kind of stream together. I believe they were one of the biggest folks that pushed this game early on, and kind of made it gain its popularity. And so the developers reached out to them and decided to put them in as Easter egg, which is awesome. This is the other guy I was talking about early. Child of Jahabal Sog. And I'm sure that wasn't even close to the correct pronunciation of that. I have a hard enough time just speaking plain English, much less Conan English, whatever. However, that's the guy. You talk to him, you do some stuff, you go into a dungeon and go nuts. And I thought I was through yawning, but there's another yawn. And don't think I've forgotten about my sausage McGrill that's sitting over here that I can still smell, but I haven't had time to eat it yet. Dude, I'm telling you, just go away. It's not even worth it to attack me. All right, we're almost there. I promise we're getting close. Promise we're getting close. Once we go through that crack in the wall right there, we'll be in the Great North. Stupid scorpions. Jeez Louise. And I'm coming up on nearly 3 hours of a stream. Who in their right mind streams for 3 hours? Jeez Louise. Okay, so let's just throw a random bed down right there. That's, oh no, see, idiots. Idiots. Alright, I gotta think of where I'm at. Okay, there's the towers. There's that. So I want to go straight and left. No. You know, I think if I'd have been a little smarter about it, when I started playing on this server, probably could have just streamed the server. Why did I not do that? Because then I could have showed everybody all this cool stuff while I was doing my playthrough of the Conan Exiles game. Not very smart guy, am I? Of course, my wife could probably tell you that. And my kids. They would probably all agree. Yep, not very smart. Okay. We're finally here. So, when I first got here, I said, awesome, somebody built a bridge. I don't have to swim in the cold water. And then I saw that build, and I was like, quite impressive. Quite an impressive little build. But then when you get over there, it's a good build, but it's not quite what you think it is. It's kind of haphazardly stuck together. No real structure or form to it. Still a great build, though. Don't get me wrong. I'm just overly critical of things. And see, they've got the ghost encounter blocked off, which is something I don't like. Oh, they've got a frost giant. Cool. So yeah, so you got this build. You can't really get in it and see it. Anyway, yeah, I don't really know the structure behind it, and I can tell you this too: the NPCs will open the doors. Do not follow an NPC into somebody else's base when they open the door, because if the door shuts behind you, guess what? You're trapped inside. Now, I don't know if these people built this bridge, but this bridge is kind of impressive. Just got to say, that whole upper part up there is pretty cool. I would have used steps instead of ramps. However, when I came across here, I went, oh, this is the entrance to a village. So I'm going to go into first person here and just give you guys a glimpse at this thing. Now, there's things even here I'm going to critique. Like, you can make stone pathways and you could make a road, but this path makes it even better. But putting up some fences and kind of separating off the different builds, I think would add a little bit more to the immersiveness. But overall, this build is pretty much flawless when it comes to Conan Exiles. The House of Virtue. So the thing that impressed me was with this living settlements. So you've got some chairs out on the porch. NPCs are chilling out. But then when you walk in, the NPCs are at their stations doing their thing. We got a stage for the entertainment. Folks are enjoying stuff at the tables. The overall decorations, I mean, enough to accentuate most everything, but not so much to make it gaudy, I guess. Just hanging out at the bar. Just hanging out. I mean, the stools are on point. The tables, the way it's arranged. Because it's a smaller build. You could go outside if you could open the door. Just ignore that name. I mean, just chilling at the bar, hanging out. It's awesome. And then at certain times of the day, a lot more NPCs will just pile into there. Because they're all around the village right now. So you got your wine cask outside. Archery range out there. The bonfire's not going. I can't unlock that. So then you've got all these little houses around. And they're all in the same style. I showed this to my gaming buddies, and they were like, kind of reminds me of Skyrim. And I'm like, yeah, it kind of does. It's like a little Skyrim village, and we're just getting started here. So again, so those windows right there. So there's two different build pieces incorporated into this build, but that's okay because it fits. You can actually look in the windows. You can see they've decorated the inside. I think it'd be kind of cool if they left the doors unlocked so you could go in and explore. I keep hearing something growling. I don't know if it's a wild animal or their animal. But you can see inside there's that. They've got their table. You can see stuff in there. So I don't know if they did it for decorations or if it's a functional clan village, right? So maybe the clan set this up and they use those for their actual bases. But like going up the hill here, I think I'd put in a set of stairs. I believe this is a very unique build here. This overhang here, the thing at the top. Let's see if we can peek in the window. Yep, you can see in there you got the bed. Ooh, what happened? Did I jump into the torch? What happened? Look, got a grave out back. Got two frost giants guarding. Or one, yeah, two frost giants. I mean, I can see the bed in there. I can see some other stuff in there. So they've went as far as to decorate inside. And the thing I try to keep getting some of the dudes to play Minecraft with is if they got into this game and fiddled around with it, the creativity of some of those folks, they could probably blow these builds away. I mean, these builds are amazing, don't get me wrong, but can I climb up this wall? Nope. So those things are designed to keep people from climbing up the wall. So can we circumvent that? Can I go here and then go sideways? Nope. I think I can get on the roof. Oops. Where there's a wheel, there's a way. Climb over here, climb up there. Yes, I can't get on the roof. And then we're going to look down in there. My very large, ample bosom is in the way, unfortunately. Okay, there we go. So, this is, okay, I thought it was. This is a cathedral. We won't call it a church. We'll call it at the cathedral. But you can see the benches in there. You can see the altar to Yog. So, very cool build. Very cool build. Very cool build. And then we've got this, which is your, it looks like I got a map room in there for travel. Map room up here for travel. Map room, map room, map room. Man, I can't really play with first person on, but I want to go back into first person. Alright. So that's their map room for traveling around. Here is another couple little buildings. That's a pretty cool little building. We got this one here. I wanted to say there was one up on the hill somewhere up there. But it could be wrong. Let me go up. Remember, this is where we came through on my stream and saw... Oh, no, wolves. Run back down. Oh, I didn't mean to get an animal. We don't want nobody's animal to die because of our exploration. So now, I wish I could get in here and see this build, but I can't. There's the Yeti that I was telling you, Danny DeVito. They called it Danny DeVito. Each one of these guys got individual names. Are you kidding me? I wasn't even looking at that. Christian the Blade. So I'm assuming this is the main keep for whoever owns the village. This is probably their base. This looks like the castle of the village. Cool little build there. And then you keep coming up the pathway. Listen, it just keeps going. It just keeps going. So you come on up the pathway. You've got this build here, which is, again, probably a nobleman's house. Probably a rich guy lives up here. From what I could tell, there was very few interior decorations in this one. Looking in, there's a gigantic, mean-looking dog. A little bit of decorations in there. Just keep coming up the pathway. And again, another altar, consort of Jabal Saga, however you pronounce it. And I believe this is the last build up the hill. They called the tiger Adam Sandler. Ghost. What's this dude's name? Delphine. Billy Ray Cyrus. Very creative names. Rick James. I'm Rick James. There's a camel. I did not know there were camels in the game. Camilla Cabello. Behorse. Rihanna. Fleet Wolf. Fleet Wolf Mac. That is awesome. Michael Bearable. What is this thing? What in the heck is this thing? Is that a werebear? Holy crap. I didn't even know that was a thing. Mariah Carey. C-A-R. Mariah Carey. That's Christina. Oh man. Brittany Maces. Fae Fighters. Oh, that's so this guy here, this guy there, is called something Fae, and right somewhere in here, Palace of the Witch King, somewhere in here you can get that guy through a quest. The Freya. Don't look at me like that, lady. I'm just doing a tour here. Geez Louise, did we go to that one over there? Yep, we went to that one. So yeah, so that is basically, in a nutshell, holy mackerel, what a village. What a village. And for Conan Exiles, that is a very aggressive build. Very impressive build. And the fact that they put it together like an actual village it's just cool. And I'm not this creative. I couldn't even pull off the build designs. When I start building stuff, I put it in my brain and it looks like that. And when I get done, it looks like this rock right here. So yeah, so having creativity in your head and being able to translate that out to actual stuff in the game. Probably something else I would do too is put some torches along the road so everything's lit up at night. But still, this to me is one of the more impressive things that I've ever come across in Conan Exiles on a server. Just amazing. Is the bar jumping tonight? Let's see if the bar is jumping tonight. Looks like the same old usual crowd. Anyway, yeah, that's going to do it for the stream this time for real, finally. I hope you guys enjoyed that tour. To me, if you've ever played Conan Exiles and you're not impressed by this little village, nah, you can't make me believe it. It's impressive. I don't care. So awesome. Thank you guys so much. We will see you next stream.